Welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia, and with me today we have Nick.
Hey.
And Badoof.
Hi.
Well, you answered to it.
I wasn't expecting it. It's Bidoof Day. Hell yeah. Ironically, Bidoof is actually my favorite Pokemon, and about 7 years ago, my CS:GO tag was Suavedoof. So I'm very happy
Suavedoof?
Suavedoof.
Suavedoof.
Not Suavedoof. Jesus Christ! It was the same thing, but it was not that. I was, but that's a different story.
Yeah, it's Badoof Day, and we were talking about games and things.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's on the agenda? Mario Golf Game of the Year. Smash Ultimate has a new character come out. That's exciting. And some of the other games that Brandon says are really good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a lot of really good games to talk about. It's going to be very exciting.
Nice.
All right. We'll talk about Smash first.
Sounds
new
good.
Character. I'll let Nick do Mario Rabbids, then we'll let you go on to your stuff too.
Absolutely.
All right. So start with, I don't remember his name already. Kazuya
Mishima.
Kazuya.
Everybody
Did you say Kazuya? Did you say Kazuya?
Wait, Brandon. Everybody I know has been saying Kazuya.
Why?
So it led me to make this tweet.
I saw your tweet. That's what I was gonna say. Someone, and then I was like, "Wait a minute, it's Nick."
So I was at a Smash Local Tuesday night when it dropped, and every fucking person in that building kept calling it Kazuya. Kept calling him Kazuya. I'm like, no, it's Kazuya. Stop calling him Kazuya.
Yeah.
So Kazuya is out for Smash, and he's a problem.
Oh, is he not fun?
He's boring as fuck.
He is not boring as fuck in the competitive scene.
Okay, well, I'm not asking about specifically that. As a character, Nick, do you think that he's fun to play? Not as a competitive character, but just as a character. Or do you think they did my boy wrong?
No, they did your boy right. Your boy is now the most technical character there is in Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Ooh.
Which is also why it's the most boring.
That sounds like a very Tekken thing to do.
Yeah, no, he is definitely the most technical character.
Okay.
People are figuring out all the different kind of shits he can do because he has a lot of options and a lot of combos that he can do.
Okay.
Although some of the execution for the combos is really weird, like the 10-hit combo, you just mash A 10 times.
Okay. I mean, they gotta dumb it down for Smash, so it makes sense, you know.
But as far as his representation of a Tekken character, he's definitely highly technical. He's going to be the hardest character to play in the game, and some of the moves that he has are considered to be some of the best in the game just because of their damage potential.
Now, I know this is definitely ruining it for the pro scene, probably, but this actually excites me, just as a casual player, because I really like Tekken, so to hear that they did something that captures at least the essence of Tekken for a Smash character, that's really exciting to me.
See. So I saw something earlier that was making me laugh.
Mm-hmm.
His Smash move list looks like it's a Tekken move list.
I'm excited.
So, okay. Let me find it. Is this it? Yes, this is it. Open image, a new tab. So these are all of Kazuya's inputs. A lot more technical than some of the other characters. Does everything. He has Rage Drive. He's got a lot of his stuff from Tekken. Demon Godfist.
That's so crazy.
He can wave dash. They just have that as a thing. He can wave dash.
Okay.
Because the crouch dash is basically the wave dashing, so you can crouch dash.
I was gonna say, is it Rage Dash? Drive? No, not Drive.
So you can crouch dash, and you can decide whether or not you want to do that into Wind Godfist, Electric Wind Godfist. If you hold down the A button, it becomes Dragon Uppercut. If you press B, it's Spinning Demon to left hook. What else can we got here? So you got a lot of options for that. You can make it Gates of Hell, where you can grab him and throw him into the stage. After you hit 100% damage, he gets his Rage Drive, which you get once per life. I believe they were saying once per stock you get Rage Drive.
Okay.
And you can waste it if you don't grab correctly. But it is literally just his Rage Drive.
This is exciting to
his
me. Like, I
his
might
side
actually buy
taunt
this character.
his side taunt is an attack. It's Demon's Wrath. So if you side taunt and it connects, it's attack. What else we got here? He has portions of his like devil stuff. So like you have like the laser that he shoots out. Yeah, no, he is ridiculous. And the problem is like he's gonna be very hard for casual players to pick up and play, but seasoned Smash players, and I would say seasoned players of just fighting games in general, will have a lot of fun with him. So
This sounds awesome. Like, I'm actually very excited to play this. I'm probably
Yes.
gonna purchase him as soon as
Boring.
possible. Listen,
why
Mike,
do you think he's boring?
Oh, I don't know. I don't find
because
him
it's
exciting
difficult.
at all.
It's difficult. So
No,
Mike's
he's
like,
not
I don't
difficult.
like
I
it.
had no problem playing with him. I mean, I already tried it. It just,
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. The technical characters just bore me to tears. Like, it's just not fun. I want flash. I want pizzazz. He just
Well,
doesn't do anything for me.
you're looking for more characters who their inclusion in Smash, I guess, makes, I don't want to say sense because like his inclusion makes sense, but you're looking for more like unrealistic characters.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
But I mean, this guy got thrown into a volcano. That's pretty unrealistic.
he did.
Boring.
What I mean by
Everyone gets
unrealistic is like Min Min. Like Min Min's an unrealistic.
Oh
character.
yeah,
Yeah.
understandable.
Anakin Skywalker got thrown into a volcano. Who fucking cares? Big deal.
He lived. This guy lived. That's
They
the
both
big
lived.
deal.
Exactly. Nobody cares.
What's really
Woo.
funny is somebody found out that Electric Wind Godfist is a full frame 8 intangible safe on block combo that does 18.2% damage, and somebody said, "Welcome to Tekken. This is your problem to deal with now too." Yeah, no, like he honestly, I'm excited to see how it's going to shape up the pro scene now that we're getting back to doing like normal stuff. So like I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
see
be so
him.
weird, but I'm kind of excited
Yeah.
to see it too.
I'm gonna see him in action more and more as time goes on because I think this Tuesday, the next Smash tournament that I'm gonna be going to, he will be there. And one of the people who comes out to those tournaments specializes in Shotos. So like the Shotos, what the fuck, Ryu and Ken and all them.
Mhm.
So like this character is very reminiscent of like Smash 4 Ryu.
Mm.
So, but like in better ways. So I'm excited to see what they do with this character, and I'm just excited to see how things progress with this one. Because I feel like this is like the first character that I feel like we're gonna see multiples of in bracket like consistently.
All right.
So
Do you think, personally, that he is a good character, or what would you say?
he's a good character. He just have really high learning curve. He's definitely a high tier character, but you have to, if you want to play him, you really got to buckle down and fucking learn what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you're just going to be randomly throwing out bullshit, and he's a combo heavy character, so you got to learn the combos.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
Yeah, like where like typical Smash characters, you're comboing with like their different moves, whereas for Kazuya, it's literally inputs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can still bullshit with him, though. Like, I mean, I
You can
have no problem
bullshit.
playing with him. I'm just saying, just as someone who plays the game casually, like, if
Yeah.
someone wanted to play it casually, you won't have a problem playing with him
No.
either. Like, he's fine. He's just, for me, he's just a boring character.
My thing is like you can definitely bullshit with him, but like if you try to play anybody who like remotely knows what they're doing in Smash, like you're gonna get fucked up.
Well, that's true with any fighting game, though.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but no, I'm happy with his inclusion in the game. Like I feel like it's well deserved. Also, it's very weird that like it's taken this long to get him in the game as well, because Namco Bandai as a company has been helping out making Smash for the last 2 that we know of, right?
Well, I mean, 3 if you're one of those fancy people who counts the Smash or the Wii U and the 3DS one separately.
Oh yeah, so you can count those separately. So like realistically, like I feel like maybe Pac-Man was their buy-in, and then like we'll get Kazuya eventually.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So it's just really weird that it took this long to get him into the game.
I mean, they gave Capcom 2, they gave Konami 2,
Yeah.
gave Square Enix too many.
I will say though, I didn't give Square Enix too many. Square Enix
3.
has like 3. Fire Emblem has like 10.
It's true.
We could have had more Fire Emblem characters. That's exactly what you're saying.
At least Square Enix characters are noticeably different.
If they did more Fire Emblem characters, I'd want it to be someone with like a pole arm or something like that.
But
Like that
it's
could be
Violet.
interesting.
Well, I mean, that was their complaint
Violet
with
has a pull-off.
Byleth. It's like there's so many more interesting Fire Emblem characters, but they keep on going back to the same ones.
Oh well, yeah,
Mhm.
they just keep playing using the pro tag.
Like, which one's the most similar to Marth? Let's use them.
Yeah. The weird part of the direct that happened on Monday though
Mhm.
is they deconfirmed a lot of characters. So Dante is now a Mii costume. Shantae is a Mii costume.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dovahkiin is a Mii costume. And what was the other one? There was 4. Dante, Dovahkiin.
Oh, it's Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia.
Lloyd. Lloyd was also
listen, boys.
deconfirmed.
We all know who the final character is going to be, and it's extremely obvious. I was going to say Goku, but that works.
It's got to be a Nintendo character. I can't see them ending with a third character.
I have theories of who it could be, because he did say we're not going to have another Smash reveal for a while, but it's going to still come out this year. So I'm trying to think about, what's coming out this year. So some of my friends are thinking it's going to be SMT related because of SMT 5. I have a theory that it's going to be Metroid related, but I also don't know who else they could realistically add from Metroid. That would be exciting.
Advance Wars related?
Well, I mean, they could do like Emmy. I mean, if they were going to do something like that.
I would be disappointed with that, though. I would feel like this is the last, because they confirmed that this is going to be the last character for Smash Ultimate.
Yeah, he was so adamant. He's like, this is the last one. Do not ask ever again.
If you were like, hey, here's the robot from Metroid that probably, I would assume at that point, nobody's played yet, or maybe played at very base level, depending on when they announce this. Like, I feel like that would be a really shitty way to end. Like, I would be, as big of a Metroid fan that I am, I would be upset by that announcement as, like, the last character for Smash.
It's going to come out of nowhere. It's going to be nothing to do with what's releasing. I'm calling it now.
Probably.
I still think it's going to be a Monster Hunter character.
I mean, that's possible, too. I still think... Well, no, because they have Monster Hunter as a Mii costume.
Yeah, but like a generic Monster Hunter.
Once you die the Mii costume death, that's it.
I'm not. I'm saying, like, I think it'll be Monster. Like, they'll probably do something for Monster Hunter, like stories or something, like an actual named Monster Hunter thing,
telling
as
you
opposed
boys,
to generic Monster Hunter.
Telling you boys, it's Ditto, and everyone is in.
Oh shit. So my thing is I have no idea who it could be. But yeah, he was very adamant about no more.
It's like never again.
Yes.
Will I touch this series?
We also got a lot of good Tekken music too.
Yeah, 39 tracks.
Yeah, we did get Infinite Azure, so that's all I was looking for.
If you get the Shantae costume, you get a song with that too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because it was, I think she was like the, how like lately they've been having like some Mii costumes that are a little bit more like fanciful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think she's the one that's like more fanciful.
Oh yeah, definitely. What else to say? Min Min Amiibo's coming out 2022.
Looks very nice.
Yeah. I liked how they were like, look below for the release date, and it was just like
2022.
2022. I was like, that's just a window. That's nothing.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the only one. I'm like, you couldn't have done like Sephiroth and Steve or whatever too.
I think they're still trying to figure out Sephiroth's sword.
I know, probably. It's gonna be like as long as the amiibo is itself.
Yeah, pretty much. They're also probably trying to figure out how they're gonna have the Minecraft, because like I feel like if it was Steve standing on the amiibo platform, that would be like kind of shitty amiibo.
Well, they all have like their poses are already released.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have it. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say for Steve, they could have him like taking a pickaxe to the amiibo platformer, and you could see like diamonds under like drawn into it, or I don't know. I think that'd be kind of cool because like Steve's always mining, always mining.
Always.
The amiibo are always based on the official pose. And Steve's official pose is fucking boring. Like here is.
Oh yeah,
Steve's.
I'm gonna Google it. So
there you go.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
See him standing there menacingly.
Yeah. Creeper behind him, maybe.
Maybe, or maybe it'd be really cool if they really released like a set of Steve amiibo, because it's like Creeper and Enderman and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a cool character. I would definitely, Brandon, if you're a big Tekken person, I would say the $6 price tag. Is it $6 for the character?
I have no idea.
think it's $6 for Smash characters. I would say the $6 price tag is at least worth you checking him out and playing with him. And
Yeah, I've been thinking on it. I think I got some
stage
money
too.
on
The stage is
my.
really cool.
I think I got some money on my Switch from purchasing things in the past, so I'll probably just use that.
Yeah.
There's the Amendment amiibo post, or her official post. You can see it's like it's literally exactly what they go for with the amiibo.
Yeah.
So Steve's just gonna have a fucking boring ass amiibo.
Just standing there.
Yeah.
Looking idiot.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's
All right.
all I have for Kazuya.
I don't think he had any.
Played him. I played against him.
I did his classic mode.
Okay.
That was fine. It was just you're basically fighting everyone with fists.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, you'll probably finish with like the two master hand, like master and
Nope.
crazy hand. So I'm like, oh, they're just big fists, right?
Yeah.
No, you're just two Kazuya, and one of them's metal.
Metal
So that's
Kazuya.
boring.
Well, they could put like Yoshimitsu in or something. So.
I guess they could. I don't know. Is there anything else exciting about that whole thing? I mean, it's classic mode. I always enjoy going through the classic modes for the characters. I think they're fun. I mean, it was just there. I said he's not a bad character to play. It's for me, he's just boring because he's just a technical character. So, and for like me, that comes off as like more random as opposed to other characters. If that makes sense.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, but whatever. He's out. The next one is bound to be great.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. It will disappoint everyone, anyways. Regardless, there's
No
not
matter what. Yeah.
There's not a single thing that they could pick.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be happy completely.
Maybe if they put like Iwata in, and he's like something fucking crazy.
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
That's about it. I don't know what else they could do. So, yeah.
Right.
But that's all I got for Smash.
Yeah, no, same for me actually.
Want to talk about your Mario vs. Rabbids then?
Yeah. Did I talk about Mario Rabbids last time at all?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, we talked about it in the past.
I thought, yeah. So I started playing it again. I was actually out for a wedding this weekend, and I brought.
I was wondering why you were all dressed up.
Yeah.
And I was like, but I was guessing it was a funeral, and I was like, is this one of those creepy shots where like someone's dressed up really nice at the funeral, and they're like, man, I'm gonna take a picture of myself because
I did put in the tweet "wedding ready."
He did.
I did.
I just saw the picture.
Well, he just thought you were,
I also wouldn't wear purple to a funeral.
Dude, people do weird shit.
I
had a cousin who wore camo to my uncle's funeral.
You want to be seen.
In New Jersey, you don't know. You don't pump your own gas. You probably wear purple to people's funerals. You don't know.
Yep. No. Who knows? But no, I brought my Switch with me, and I was like, I'll play some Mario and Rabbids. I know I talk about this game so much, but I just love that game. It's so fucking good. So I cleared the first area again, and I was just like thinking about like different things that I would like to see hopefully pop up in the sequel. But that game, I never realized how rough looking that game was. Like, I feel like they put like just enough effort in to make Mario look good, and like the rest of the world's just very like, like it's very just not Mario, and like I don't want to say lifeless, but like it definitely doesn't feel like a Mario game to me in most respects. So I'm really hoping that when the sequel comes out, it has more of that Mario personality injected into it. But it's still a very fun game, and I love it still. Yeah. And you should play it before the second one comes out because it's gonna be really good and fun and great. So
it'll be great.
Yeah.
So did you start over from the beginning of Mario vs. Rabbids? Or did you just pick up where you left off?
No, because if I picked up where I left off, I would have to find my Switch that was stolen from me years ago. So
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, I have no save data for that game. Yeah. So I bought the Donkey Kong DLC and never played it because shortly after it was stolen, and I was like, I ain't playing this game again right now. And now,
I don't blame
memories.
Yeah. Now that the sequel was announced, I'm going to play it.
Yeah, now you gotta go through.
Hell yeah!
I can play the Donkey Kong DLC.
Yeah, or you can just start there. Donkey Kong DLC is just great on its own.
That's true.
It's a nice little standalone.
Very true.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's all I've got really.
All right. All right, Brandon.
Okay.
You want to talk about the worst of the year or the best of the year?
Let's start with the worst.
All right, tell us all about
Mario Golf.
I'm curious about this one.
All right. So
I've heard that it's very Mario Golf. It's just meh. It's a meh game. It's it's nothing that you would expect. Like you wouldn't expect Mario Golf to be good,
All
but
right,
it's also
all
not bad.
Well, I love Mario Golf, so let's go ahead and put that one out there. I actually really like golf in general, and I've always loved the Mario version of it.
Mario.
Yeah, exactly. So, this game is extremely disappointing, extremely bad, and extremely not worth the $60. So, which one would you like me to start out? The reason why it's disappointing, bad, or not worth the $60?
I mean, isn't it all the same thing?
No,
It's all the same thing.
I have different reasons for all of them.
Okay, we'll pick one.
Well, no, I have to hear from you guys. Which one do
Oh
you
my
want
God.
me to start with? Come on,
Why
come
is
on.
it not worth $60?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. It has 6 courses. You can
$10 a course.
Huh?
$10 a course. 18 holes. 18 holes per course.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fair. That's fair. I never thought of it that way.
Let me see.
I mean, that's like
6
108
courses.
holes, right?
Times
All right.
18. That's 108 holes.
When you boot up the game, you could see the words "Play Golf," "Golf
Okay.
Adventure," and "Solo Challenge."
Okay.
Solo Challenge is just score attack and time attack.
Okay, well, do we know the
Golf
score?
is literally standard golf, speed golf, battle golf, and play online.
Well, that's a
And
lot of
then
different
Golf
modes.
Adventure, it's really not. It's really, really not. Because that's where I'll get into the next portion. So anyway, you've got basically 3 main modes of play in this $60 game, and that's it. And 2 of them suck dick. So let's go ahead and get to that now.
Okay.
So when you play the adventure mode, which you're forced to do in order to unlock all of the courses, because of course you are, which, I mean, that's fine. However, golf should be fun. Golf should be, it should be golf. That should be it. That's it. You hit the ball at the pin, you got it, you get it, you're good, you're done. You try to do as few strokes as humanly possible. But this game decided, let's fuck that up. They added in speed golf, which is a big portion of this game, where all of you hit the ball at once and then run to your balls. When you do this, you can also knock each other out of the way and try to get to each other's, try to get to your ball first before anyone else and finish the course before them. However, there's also the little issue where people can hit your ball with their ball and knock you out of the fairway and into the rough or into the sand trap or into that, and they can use their special moves to do so. And that sucks, especially when you first start playing Golf Adventure and you have none. So that's great. Now, speed golf would just be a little bit of it'd just be a little crappy. Not really shit. It's just be a little crappy. It's not that great. It's not terrible. It's just basically a nuisance. It's not fun. It's just something you have to push through to get to the actual game. However, then they put in front of you XC Golf, another new golfing mode that is fucking trash. It is
What does
literal
XC stand
garbage. I don't know and I don't care. Extra crappy garbage shit golf. There we go. That's what it stands for. I don't remember what it. I don't actually know what it stands for. They just call it XC Golf. And XC Golf is where you are on a course, and when you hit the ball, you have so many strokes to get the ball into every hole around you. So you hit the ball forward, you could go to that hole, or if you're closer to the hole that's down on a lower elevation, you can go to that hole and you make the choice, as long as you make it to all 9 of these holes before you run out of the amount of strokes. The issue here at hand... Yeah.
We got balls, we got strokes.
The issue at hand here is when they introduce this mode, they introduce it with incredibly high elevations that you have to climb up, and the only way you can do it is by riding tornadoes that are out on the courses up
awesome.
with your ball. And
That's great.
lot of the time, it doesn't really work the way you want to. And so, you hit it in the tornado, and one time it'll go all the way up, and you'll have the right speed. Sometimes it'll just go way too fast, and you'll just collide into a fucking mountainside and bounce back, and then you have to do it again. And it just doesn't really make sense what's making it go higher when you use the exact same club and hit it the exact same way, and sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it doesn't. and it's really fucking stupid. And when you have to continuously climb hillsides to fucking get the ball up on the golf course area that's in the very, very far back, and you got to make it to that pin, and then you got to go all the way down from the hillsides, and you have to deal with the wind and these cloud enemies that blow your ball off course, because that's a thing as well. Yeah, that's a thing as well. Then it gets really frustrating and really annoying when you have to make it in all of those holes in less than 40 strokes. And you can often get stuck like behind rocks or bounce off a mountain and come back to where you were and have to do it all over again. And that makes you
finish in 3 strokes, honestly.
It's not really going to work. It's just not really going to work the way it's supposed to. And it really, really sucks. It's just not fun. And this is the second mode they hit you with that you are forced to play in the Golf Adventure story mode. And it's just awful. It is total trash. It is not good in the least bit. And you're forced to go through this in order to continue the game and in order to unlock the other courses that are in this game. So I made it through that after several tries, because it really does seem like a mode where it's like, okay, I got that, now what? And one of the other things that really makes that awful is like whenever you score a hole, like, you know, you get it in, you finish that course. No, you don't. You just now start on the green, and you have to hit from the green that you just landed the ball in to the next green from that green. And you have to do that all over and over again on different elevations until you get all 9 holes in one go with less than 40 strokes. And it's really a pain in the ass because of the elevation, because of the fact that the tornadoes are only in specific areas, so sometimes you're forced to take an extra stroke to get lined up so that you can hit it into the tornado so that it'll take your ball up high enough so that you can go to the next hole. All of this is included alongside having to, in between shots, run to your ball with a shot timer that is... It's okay, the shot timer is, but you have to actually physically make your character dash by, like, it goes into a platforming sort of mode after you take your shot, and then you just hold the B button down and you move with the left stick and you try to dash to the ball and get there before the shot timer runs out and hit your next shot, and so on and so forth over and over again, with all the fucking shit that's in your way, all the stupid tornadoes, all the stupid tornado enemies, and it's just dumb. It's fucking stupid. It's dumb and it's garbage and it's bad. Okay, I got that out of the way. Now for the reason why this game is disappointing. You guys know how to play Mario Golf, right? Like, you hit the shot, you get it to where you need it to go, and then you hit A, and then it comes back down, and when it lands where that little white line is, you hit A again, and that's how you take your shot. That's Mario Golf. That's how it's played. That's how you play the game.
Yeah.
Well, what if that was gone? What if they took that away?
They took the golf part away?
They took the extra line away, so you literally only hit it once, and then hit it on the line where it conveniently shows you where the flag pin is in the lineup area. But there is no, it comes back down, so you have to hit it again. That doesn't exist. That's not even a mode you can play. That's not even a control scheme. So you literally just hit A, it starts, and then it goes up, and when you get to where the pin is on the little line, you hit A again. That's how you take your shot. It's so dumbed down, it's so stupid, that it is incredibly easy. If they didn't have all this bullshit, like, obstacles in the way and garbage mini game moments where you have to run to your ball and beat the shot timer, there would be nothing to this game, because they removed the way the game has played since the get-go and dumbed it down so much that when you're playing normal golf, it's fucking easy, like Babby's first Mario Golf. Like, so simple, it's even more easy than any of the other Mario Golf games combined.
Who's Babby?
You know, baby. It's a baby mode. It's garbage.
Oh, okay.
It's stupid. It's like that sort of thing. So they've dumbed the game down. They've removed content. They've removed the ability to, like, you know, like the original Mario Golf games where you would go up against different, more harder golfers to fight against and that sort of deal. In a 18-hole course, most of the time you get a 9-hole course in this game, and that's it. In the story mode. It's so dumb. And then they dumb down the control scheme, which makes it so incredibly easy when you're playing the game normally that it doesn't even fucking matter. This game's awful. Like, actually awful. This is, I could say, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the worst games I've played on Switch. They have ruined this in every way possible to try and make it different. They went the route of, let's make it different. And making it different isn't always fucking good. And this is a very good prime example of that. And it's just, it's fucking shit in every way, shape, and form. And I can't stand it. I literally am looking at this with seething hatred right now while the menu music plays right next to me. It's bad. It's, do not waste your money on this. Even when they add more courses, inevitably through DLC, it's still not worth your time because they dumbed down the core mechanics so much and added so much extra fluff and bullshit that's just in your way as a means to an end to try to pad out the actual fucking gameplay that there's no point to this game. It is so stupid. It is so worthless. Did I mention there are stat bonuses? Because there are stat bonuses. As you level up your golfer in the adventure mode, you get to level up yourself with stat bonuses. When you add stat bonuses to your running speed, or your speed stat, which you would think like is how fast the ball goes when you take it off. No, that's how fast your stupid fucking 2 feet carry you when you have to run off to from the green to chase down your ball that you just hit. So that speed stat that is with your feet, not a golf club, but your fucking feet, should not affect your swing or your hit or anything like that, right? Well, you're fucking wrong, because if you add to the speed stat, which is your 2 feet, you lose a control stat point. So your control of the ball becomes lesser if you make your character run faster, which has nothing to do.
That's why Sonic's not good at golf. Everyone knows that. There's no Sonic golf game.
No.
Because he's too fast. He can't control the ball. His speed stat's too high.
You shouldn't have a game that tries to specifically just stand in your way every single moment you attempt to have fun with it. And that's what Mario Golf Super Star shitty fucking rush bullshit shit is. It's garbage. It is not worth your time. Don't buy this game. Don't encourage them. This is shit. I mean for anyone. I mean for anyone. Don't buy this. It's garbage. And if this is the route they're taking for Mario Golf, then it's going to become worse than Mario Tennis Aces. And that's a fucking feat. So, yeah.
That game gets slightly better?
It got slightly better than Polo, but it's still Polo. It's still, it's like, it's still bad.
Yeah, Mario Sports Kid's just boring.
I disagree. I think Mario Golf has always been a really good game. I think if they make a Mario Strikers and they do something like this, they will absolutely fuck it up and completely ruin it. I don't trust... What I'm trying to say at this point is I don't trust Nintendo anymore to actually do anything correctly.
That's why I would want another Strikers or a basketball game or a baseball game, but I just don't feel like they would be good.
I mean, you gotta remember, all the different sports games are made by different companies. Like golf and tennis have been Camelot.
Yes, but all of them... Here's the thing. Nintendo has this obsession with, instead of the, you've heard the saying of if it isn't broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it, that sort of thing. It's just like, all we want is more courses, a more updated version of Mario Golf. But instead they're like, what if we added these wacky modes that add nothing to the fucking game whatsoever? Wow, because it's different. And they did that, and it's shit. And that's the problem. Nintendo has an obsession with making things different. It doesn't matter if they make it different and it's worse than all the other games they've ever made. They just want to make it different. And that issue...
No, my point was, though, I'm wondering... Because you got to remember, these are third parties. Is it Nintendo going to the third party and being like, hey, we want this wacky-ass game? Or is it the third party going to Nintendo be like, hey, we got this crazy, wacky idea how to make a new Mario Golf?
I think it's Nintendo going to a third party and being like, hey, I want you to do it this way. I'm 99% sure.
But on the flip side,
because here's the thing.
We got the Super Mario Party. So what's the Mario Party coming out this year? That's literally 5 classic boards and
Have you played it yet? Or have we found out that they fucked it up in some way? Let's just wait and see if they fuck it up in some way.
That's fair. But at least from what we've seen so far,
Hey, Mario Golf was fun until I actually had it in my hands and played the fucking game.
But we've seen that. Like, if you go to the Treehouse thing, they've played like 2 full games of Mario Party, like on a thing, so you can see what's there, and it's got online. And supposedly, like, it even lets you like.
I mean, this has online too. It doesn't mean it's good.
Well, no, I know, but this is different from Mario Party. The Mario Party supposedly even lets you like save your progress online. And, like,
I still firmly believe that they're gonna fuck it up somehow. I don't trust Nintendo any longer. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. I don't trust Nintendo not to fuck up their games by changing them in some way. And I'm going to myself wait from now on before I buy any mainline Nintendo games. And I'm going to look into them a lot because I do not trust Nintendo.
You should do that with any game. I tell you this all the time. We talked about this in Cyberpunk. Remember, you guys got all upset.
No, okay, listen. Cyberpunk was different, and that game's just trash. That game will never be fixed, and there's no way that CD Projekt Red will ever. They'll never bounce back. There's no way they'll ever bounce back. It's over for them, essentially. I can't wait until we see Microsoft buy them next year.
You think Microsoft's buying everybody?
Well, I was making a joke. That was clearly a joke, Nick.
But my point was, like what I said last, I'm like, it doesn't matter which series it is or like what developer it is. Like, you should always just like, do like wait for the game to come out before. Like, there's the only person that benefits from you pre-ordering is whoever you pre-order it from.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect Nintendo to fuck up golf.
You didn't expect that to fuck up Cyberpunk either.
Nintendo didn't make Cyberpunk, but I'm pretty sure if they did, then it would probably turn into a card game.
And plus, it's golf. Golf is stupid anyways. Everyone knows.
You're fucking wrong. Hot Shots, Mario Golf, they're all good. This is not. Anyway, moving on from that, because I want to talk about actual good games. And not only do I want to talk about actual good games, I want to talk about 3 games that I think, Nick, if you end up playing these, any of these, well, maybe not one of them, but if you end up playing 2 of these games, they might also end up on your Game of the Year list as well. There's no contest. These games are all the Game of the Year contenders. Easily.
No contest.
No fucking contest. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to start from the one that I have had the least amount of playtime in to the one I've had the most amount. So we'll go that way. So first we're going to talk about Everhood. Everhood is weird. It is very weird. Essentially what Everhood is you guys remember that game that was called Undertale?
No, yeah. What game is that?
Yeah, these people did too. These people really remembered Undertale. This game, every battle or every confrontation is solved by music. So, like, dancing battles. I've so far fought an ATM that was asking for my soul, and a douchebag that I bumped into at a what was it? A dance club. And this game's very weird. It's an RPG, but everything's solved by dancing.
Are you using like a dance pad?
No. No, I'm using a controller, but I'm going to explain how it works. So there are 5 lanes in this game. And the music starts when you get into the battle. When the music starts, to the beat of the music, they'll send down like blades of attacks at you on one of the 5 lanes. Of these 5 lanes, you have to like dash out of the way or jump over their attacks that are coming at you any moment in time when they send these attacks at you. Basically, the music starts, which the music in this game is fucking amazing, by the way. It's so badass. It's so good. And they do these attacks, like they swing these attacks at you, and the attacks go along with the music. And you like hit the A button, or X button in my case, because I'm playing with the PS4 controller. When you hit the X button, you jump over lines. But some of them have like lines that go up, and those are like walls. So like in order to avoid the walls, you have to like move to the left or right and dash and that sort of thing. This game's got a lot of really quirky characters, and it's really weird. Like really weird. Like I would say in some ways this might even end up being weirder than like Undertale was. But I do think this will be one that ends up showing up on consoles in the near future, if it hasn't already. And I think it will end up being as revered and as loved as Undertale because
Yeah, it
of the
looks
way
pretty
it's made.
wild.
It's fucking great. Like, listen to some of the music if you can. It's really good.
I just have the trailer playing that you put
Okay.
up right now.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one I've played the least, and I've probably played about 45 minutes to an hour of that one. So not too much.
Oh, you
That's
must really hate this game then.
No, I just didn't have much
Why is
time to play
Gino
it.
in this?
Yeah, I know. I was
know.
thinking that
I
too. He
just
looks
saw
like
that.
Gino. Yeah, you have your arm stolen, and you have to get it back from a monkey that stole it, and then you go on all sorts of hijinks. All right, next game. And this game's called Omori. This game I've probably played about 3 hours, and I did it all on a stream. This game is fucking amazing. That's the best way I can describe it. So this game's a lot like Mother 3 or Mother 2 or just Earthbound in general, but with a lot of depression. And I mean a lot of it.
Oh, don't oversell it, Brandon.
No. I mean, this is a game about anxiety, depression, suicide, all those wonderful buzzwords. And I don't quite understand the premise yet, but I'll try to give you a small snippet of what I feel is going on here. So when you start this game, you start on this white room. It's completely white. There's like nothing really there. It's a little box. You're standing inside of it. And then there's like a journal that you can read, and it talks about being in the white space, which I feel like is like your safe area, the place you go to when you don't want to deal with people's shit, that sort of deal. Maybe your happy place or that thing. I think that's what it's representing. But you also go through like this character's memories, and I don't know if someone's dead, but this is a very happy looking game that's like clearly not as happy as it looks from when you're playing it. It's very fucked up. In fact, when I first booted the game, it gave me a warning, a literal trigger warning. So I feel that this game is going to become way more fucked up over time. But as of right now, I've gone through some memories, and certain moments happen in these memories where something just goes to hell and it becomes a horror game for a minute or something. And it's really weird. It's like if Mother was a psychological horror, but it looked really cutesy. So it's similar to something like Doki Doki Literature Club, where it's kind of deconstructing your usual RPG, that sort of deal. I will spoil one moment, and this is in the first 3 hours, because that's about how much I played it on my stream. I'm going to be playing more of this one. I'm going to dedicate an entire Friday stream to it, and sometime in July, I think on the 16th. I'm not 100% sure yet, though. And at one point, after I went through a memory of my friends and me going around and playing and exploring, and we had like a little game of hide and seek with all the people inside of my memories, and we did that. I then went to my friend's house, and they dropped an image, and when the image dropped, then the game just got all distorted and weird, and it was like, okay, what is going on here? And then I woke back up in the white room after the game did some funky shit. And when I woke back up in the white room, there's nothing I could do. I couldn't interact. I could interact with my computer screen. I could interact with the photo album I had, and if I went all the way to the end of the photo album, I'd see a new photo that was created, and I could do all that sort of thing. But then I could just walk in eternal whiteness until I went back down to the main starting room. However, before that, I had received a knife as a weapon after the hide and seek game and before the whole photo thing happened, because this is a RPG like Mother. You do run into weird little creatures, and then you fight them with your party of 4 people, and it's, like I said, it's RPG. And the art in this game is absolutely amazing. But anyway, my main character's weapon was a knife. But after I had that weird moment where the game kind of freaked out, I got teleported back to the white room. And in the white room, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't open the door. I couldn't escape. and pretty sure maybe one of you knows where this is going. The only way I could get out of the room was to kill myself with the knife that I got. And when I did that, then I woke back up in another memory, and that character that had the freak out and made the game go all weird, they now were missing, and then my gameplay now revolved around, again, still doing the JRPG aspects, like with Mother or Earthbound or any of those games. However, now those aspects also were coupled with a mystery of hunting down and trying to figure out what happened to that character. But the game started to get more and more weird as I continued hunting for them. And I'd have like hands that look hyper realistic, like an actual like photo, like graphic hand of a real person that would come in from off screen when I got near the water, because essentially my character had a fear of swimming because they couldn't swim and they nearly drowned in the past, and like that was being manifest by this hand that looked incredibly realistic that was like haunting me, that like was gonna like grab me, and like it's like moving all weird and everything, and it's really creepy when you get near the water and you start seeing that appear on your screen, and then other like little shadow hands come up from the sides of the screen and everything. And that's the kind of weird psychological horror game that this is. I don't know what else is going to happen. Like I said, all of this just happened in the first 3 hours, but you will get a lot of time out of this, because after looking it up, this game is about 25 hours long. So I played 3 of the 25 hours, so the music's great and the art's great. It seems like the general premise and what they're attempting here is really good. So, I mean, it has like 20,000 reviews and is sitting at overwhelmingly positive. So I do feel like this game is going to be very important as well later on down the line. So there you go. You'll probably end up seeing more of this. I definitely recommend you, both of you, check out this game in the future when you can.
I was like, you the listener, like
Brandon. That was like like when you finish a game, they're like in the special credits, and they're like, special thanks to you. Like, oh, me.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to talk about the game I've played the absolute most, and I've played this one for about 6 hours. And this game is called Cruelty Squad. I've mentioned this to you guys. This is single-handedly one of the weirdest games I've ever played in my life. I don't think I've ever played anything as weird as this. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? So the graphics aesthetic of this is similar to a Windows 95 screensaver.
Okay.
It has very weird ways of controlling and playing the game. It's so much so that like,
oh god, that's correct.
Yeah, you see the graphics that I'm talking about?
Windows 95 screensaver.
It is, yeah. So much so that like everything is extra in this game. Like everything. How do you think you reload in this game, Nick? You press R to reload in a normal first-person shooter.
But I'm looking at gunk boosters right now.
Okay, yeah, gunk boosters do exist. That's so this is a cyberpunk dystopian reality game. Nick, you might be interested in knowing that.
Okay. The guns look good.
Yeah. So this is Deus Ex. Have you ever played Deus Ex?
No.
All right, so Deus Ex is a game where it's like an open-ended world, and you have these objectives that you have to go and essentially do, and they all amount to like spy-like shit, like kind of like GoldenEye, where it's like you have these objectives, and it's like kill this person or destroy this item or do this, that, and the other. This game, every objective is kill this person, and when it comes down to it, what you have to do is, when you start the game, you're given 2 options for every level you play. You can choose what weapons you want, and you can choose what augments you want. You can put augments on. And there's weird ones like nightmare vision goggles, which is an augment. And all that does is make everything look like the Virtual Boy. Then there's, like you mentioned, gunk boosters. That's an augment. What gunk boosters does is it expels your excess waste as a way of allowing you to double jump. So essentially, your excess waste in your body, when you jump a second time, it uses that to boost you into the air. All of these items that you can purchase, you have to buy with the money you make in the game. You make money by running through missions and killing your target. You also can make money in other ways. You can kill your target very dead. I mean, like Gibbs. I mean, like blood and just intestines and brain matter and all of that stuff everywhere. Now, normally in a normal game, that's that. Once you've gibbed someone, that's the end of that person. They are dead. They are gone. They are of no more use to you. However, this game has a black market, and you can harvest their organs from their dead body and sell them on the black market. The black market in this game is treated like a stock market. So at any point in time in this game, you can hit tab and it pulls up the stock market, and you can see how much organs are selling on the black market, as well as how much the stock market is currently doing. This entire game is built around a purely like economical world that's like a hellscape, where essentially people get money for killing people, people get money for doing awful things, and then they purchase augments and they just shove them into themselves. And sometimes people will get hired like big massive corporations, and they're given augments when they work for those corporations. So like maybe you get like a brain implant, and the brain implant allows you to, see what's going to happen in the stock market better so that you can make more money easier, that sort of way. However, if you get fired or you get a pink slip, there's a problem because they can't just take that brain implant out. So what happens is they detonate it and fucking kill you. That's the kind of world this game is. And it's very, very on the nose about it. And the gritty, weird looking aesthetic of the world matches the general world building and like ideas and plotline of this game. Because even though this game looks like an absolute fucking mess when you look at it, there is a lot of stuff going on here. And the garbage graphics and like the Windows 95 like aesthetic of the game is all done completely on purpose. There's entirely a point to it. And that's probably one of the things that makes this game so fucking genius. The gritty, weird world just matches the actual, graphics of the game itself. And one of the things, for example, is there was a mission I played the other night where the mission just started up and it was like, all right, you piece of shit. And this was like my mission briefing from my boss for the Cruelty Squad. And he was like, we know what you did and we're coming after you. And then the mission starts and the people I've been working for about 4 hours are now busting down my door with law enforcement and super police and everything attempting to kill me. And I've got to escape out of my place while also killing my landlord first and foremost. And then the very next stage, the same guy who's your boss, literally in the in the dialogue, just says, "Dude, I'm so sorry about that. Someone fat fingered a number in accounting, and we not accounting. Someone fat fingered a number in security, and we actually accidentally had your social security number instead of the real person we were after. I hope there's no hard feelings. We're sorry for trying to kill you." And then you just continue on the game like nothing happened. And that's the kind of world that this is, where like your character just kind of accepts that, and anyone just kind of accepts that because the entire world is ruled by these corporations, and you're basically stuck doing the jobs for them forever until you die or until they no longer have a use for you anymore, and they just terminate you and from your job and then terminate you from life. And it's really fucked up, but because of the fact that the game is also incredibly awful looking, like it just looks incredibly bad, all of this stuff works better because they can just do all this fucked up shit to you, have all this fucked up lore, but it's hidden behind such a vibrant and colorful and what I could only describe as like vaporwave aesthetic in the game itself, which really adds to the creepiness and the weirdness factor of the game, and also makes it stand out aside from its just fucked up story. So everything about this game is crafted the way it is on purpose, and there's nothing is quite as it seems in any level. I've like gone to the back of a cruise ship and I found like a Mario-esque painting I could jump inside of, and then it took me to another world completely. I went to someone's house and then I went into their basement. It was completely pitch black, but they were housing all these like laboratory experiments and everything. And then I found a secret catacomb that I was able to go inside of, and then I was in these deep weird catacombs with all these monsters and everything. This had nothing to do with the mission I was doing. This made no sense for where it was. And that's what makes this game so good. You could just be walking through a bookstore and now you're fighting an eldritch god for some reason. It's just the exploration of this, and then the stuff you'll actually find randomly is what makes this such an interesting game. On top of the fact that you can just do so much to like change your character up so much with the augments and everything. And this is probably one of my favorite games I've played all year. It looks like trash. It plays incredibly weird. The way you reload this game, because we never actually talked about that, is you press the right mouse button and pull your mouse down and then pull it back up. Kind of like how you would if you were doing a light gun game where you shoot off screen to reload and then put it back on screen. And everything is done weird, and everything looks weird, and everything is weird, but it just kind of works once you understand what the game wants you to do and what this world is. So, yeah, this game's fantastic. It's so good. And if you can get past the awful aesthetic, which will literally blind you at times, it's definitely worth playing.
I mean, it looks really crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's insane,
It's
yeah.
actually crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite games right now. I keep playing it because I find different ways to like do the mission. Like I found the way to like remove the oh god, what was it called? Well, it's basically like a lock on your leg augment where like you can only kick so hard, but I was able to remove the lock by buying this other augment, and when I removed the lock, I was able to like rocket jump by just kicking the floor. And then I was able to like rocket jump and bunny hop around the entire map and just like find my my target, kick them in the face, kill them instantly, and then just be like, my planet needs me, and then kick the floor and fly up through the ceiling. It's weird shit like that makes this such an interesting game, because you could tackle all the missions in so many different ways.
I mean, that's the best way to have it.
Yeah.
Let you play however the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I do too. It's so much fun. This is another game I'm going to end up streaming on my own sometime soon, because it's just too weird not to share with people. And since I kind of understand how the game works and the stock market and the fish market and the black market for like body harvesting and that sort of thing, I feel like I could adequately explain the game if I have an image to show people alongside. Because just giving you words, I sound like a madman, quite literally. But like if I had a video to go along with it to show off this and explain the game, I think that would be way more interesting. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I've played.
So you got?
I mean, I played Doom's ray tracing mode, and it works, and it's ray tracing, and it's really good because it's Doom Eternal. So
Yeah, product should just work.
yeah. So there it is. That's all I got.
All right. You guys ready to move on to news?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. What do we got?
Yeah, I wrote everything down.
I
Ghost
think
of
you did.
Tsushima got a director's cut finally announced after it was leaked last month.
That's true.
So I had a conversation about this with my friend today because I'm a little annoyed by it. So there's a director's cut coming for both PS4 and PS5. It comes with a new island expansion, as well as the PS5 accoutrement that you would see on a PS5 version of a PS4 game. So they're touting haptic feedback, adaptive triggers, 4K resolution if you have a TV that does that. I thought it was funny that one of the things they showed off was 60 frames because if you pop that game into a PS5 right now,
It
you
already
will
does
get
that.
60 frames. You can upgrade your base copy of Ghost of Tsushima for $30. Well, for $10, and then you got to pay for the DLC, which is $20. Or if you
Thanks.
get the director's cut for PS4, you can upgrade it to PS5 for $10 as well, which I call hot bullshit on that they're charging for that upgrade. I think it's kind of fucked up. One of the other things that they also talked about was your Japanese lip syncing. Like it's actually like the lip syncing is fixed, I guess. I don't know. I never noticed it being fucked up, but I also never.
So
I
actually,
always assume it's bad.
big one.
That's my thing.
That was a big one. They actually used the American English version of the game's lip syncing with just the Japanese audio pasted over the top of it. It was very noticeable when you played it but it also kind of added to the aesthetic because it felt like an old samurai movie where like
True.
the lip syncing was bad, but it was like the opposite way. Instead of English lip syncing being bad, it was Japanese.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. But no, I think it's hot bullshit that you're paying $10 to upgrade because you already get one of the things. If you have it now. So I don't know. I'm just not cool with that. But the island DLC looks pretty cool. So that's neat.
Was it like Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Get your own island. You're stranded there.
It's just a new story mode expansion with a brand new island. That's what it is.
Other Sony stuff. Sony bought House Marquee, the studio who just made Returnal, as well as like all of those. Was not Pixel Junk. What the fuck is it called? Super Stardust and the other game they made. So they bought them. They also bought a PC port studio, Nix's. I think is how you pronounce the name.
Was Bluepoint not confirmed? Because I thought that was rumored.
So it was rumored, but Bluepoint went through and like updated their Twitter like today, being like, "We're a wholly owned independent studio that's looking for new talent."
They had to say that because the Japan Sony tweeted out an image that said that they acquired Bluepoint.
Yeah, that was what I was like really
the official
confused.
Twitter. So that's why I put Bluepoint with a question mark. But the Nix's acquisition is actually pretty exciting because that means because they're a company that specializes in PC ports. So we'll be getting more PlayStation stuff ported to PC. Hopefully good like ports, not like the shitty port that we had of Horizon that was dog shit at launch.
Yeah, it got fixed though. It's actually really good now. I actually reinstalled it the other day. It's great now.
But it kind of just re-ups their commitment to be bringing like you bought a whole studio that's just going to handle PC ports.
So I can say their Days Gone port is phenomenal. There's no issue with that.
Which I don't know who did that. Who did that? Dev. Let's see here. I don't know who ported it. So if you can find that, I don't know. So yeah, that's cool. And then the Bluepoint acquisition would be a really cool thing for them too, because they were the ones who just worked on the Dark Souls, remaster, and also are rumored to be
that would be Demon Souls. Sorry, Demon
Souls, and are also rumored to be working on that Metal Gear Solid 1 like remaster or like remake, whatever you want to call it.
I just saw something that they're supposed to be looking at a Legend of Dragoon remake.
Yeah,
that would be that'd be a wild thing to pull out of nowhere because like I feel like that game is just a cult classic in the largest way. So like for that just to come out and be like, hey, here's this game that like wasn't too huge when it came out and had a little bit of a following over the years. Like that'd be a wild thing to pull out.
Yeah.
But also like really cool. So there's that. And then speaking of remakes, rumored to be being announced at EA's Play Live thing this month is a Dead Space remake. And what they were saying was they noticed how good the Resident Evil 2 remake was and wanted to cash in on that basically. And they'll be using the original game as a foundation and then adding some new shit as well. So yeah, there's that. So that might be a thing that's coming. It's a heavy rumor, but like I've been hearing like many things about that happening.
Yeah, I just saw that one today. It's pretty much exactly said like kind of. It's supposed to be like the same story as the first one, but still a reboot.
Yeah,
but they're gonna like make it like the gameplay style of 2. So that's who fucking knows? Yeah. They did go through and update randomly like their YouTube photo like this week though.
For Dead Space.
Yeah, which is so random. It's like maybe you are actually doing something, or you're fucking trolls. One or the
maybe
other.
Something is coming, or like I don't know. Honestly, I think I've said this before, where like I don't really care if we get a whole new game in the series or like a remake that they're talking about. I'd be okay with just straight up a collection. Like that'd be completely fine.
That's all I want.
Yeah, which I mean, to be fair, I have those games all on PC already. I can play them at any time. But like I don't know, maybe add like a little bit of extra nice stuff for the console version, whatever you want to do. But I mean, you saying that's a very random thing for the Dead Space YouTube channel to have an updated photo when one, the game hasn't been talked about. Well, the game hasn't had a new anything since Dead Space 3 came out, and the studio is shuttered. So that's like a really weird thing for them just to be like, whoop. So I would say then definitely some sort of announcement for that is imminent, whether it be this remake or what have you.
I agree. And I definitely would, like I said, I would be happy with the remake too, although I think I talked about, well, I know I talked about it. I did actually go through and rebuy all the Dead Space games when they were on sale last year digitally on Xbox. So now, I mean, realistically, I could play them on any of the Xbox.
Price their last fucking video was 8 years ago on the YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's just like a really weird thing to be randomly like, boop.
Yeah.
So
very random. It's coming. I'm calling it.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. Put your chips on.
I just hope they don't fuck it up. That's my big worry. Like, I believe that it's coming. I just don't necessarily believe it's going to be a good game. I want to have faith, though. I want to believe in Dead Space. I love that series. But I just think it's going to be like Mirror's Edge.
Yeah. Oh, man. I wish you wouldn't have said that.
I said it last week, too. I'm just trying to just make sure it's like ingrained in there. I mean, worst case, I get your hopes so low when it does come out and it looks good, then we can all be excited.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll be like, maybe it will be so low that even if it is a shit game, it'll be like, oh,
it's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I've got nothing.
No, not really.
Okay. I think we're good then. Let's wrap it up. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us tonight. Don't forget you can find us on iTunes, on Stitcher, Google Play Music Store, or website, game-crunch.com. Or you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter. Send us an email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Badoof, any final thoughts?
I'm streaming Friday. It'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be Grounded this week. We're streaming Grounded.
Grounded? What'd you do?
Yeah, there's a new update in Grounded on Xbox Game Pass, and I have installed it, and I'm ready to play it tomorrow. Yep.
Cool. That's good.
Sure is.
Bueno.
Sure.
Nick, any final thoughts for you?
I got nothing.
Okay. Well, that's it. I'm Mike Anastasia. Online, Crash Penguin. Twitter, your favorite gaming console. Until next week, game on.
Game on.
I just looked at your Twitter, Nick, and that was not the picture I was looking at.
Well, we have each other out on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Oh, the one on Facebook I just wrote, sometimes I dress nice.
Yeah. That's that one. That's the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
It was because you were in front of some like crying angel statue or something.
The statue. Oh, you know what? That's fair. I am in front of a statue of Mary crying with her dead son Jesus in her arms.
That's
very true.
why I assumed you were at a funeral.
That is a very fair.
Yeah, that's a fancy funeral.
I mean, usually they're at nice places, like churches and cemeteries. I mean, it looks like more like a cemetery.
I saw the other one where like
The bathroom's healthy or whatever.
yeah, something like that. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was on me for not. Yeah, that's on me.
I mean, it's still a good looking picture.
Yeah, I look.
Don't get me wrong.
No. The one I saw, Nick, was the one with every single one of you on the stairs with the wedding dress of the groom and the bride, and I'm just sitting there like, how did you get funeral from this? That's what I
was tagged in. Yeah, those are my tag pictures.
Some people just dress up really nice for funeral.
Smiling, Mike. Every single one of them.
Brandon was really confused then.
I'm so glad this picture is dead. I'm going to put on my wedding dress, and we're going to go down there, take some pictures.
I put on my wedding dress and got nice and pretty for your funeral.
Interesting. It's very interesting.
It's like Nick left little like crumb trails of pictures for us to get to where it actually was.
I can't let you know what I'm doing. You have to make it a fun game.
Yeah, it's like 20 questions, but in pictures.
I just love how we saw two vastly different photos, and I'm just sitting here like, man, this boy fucking stupid if he thinks he was at a funeral.
Well, I mean, that makes more sense. I'm sorry, Nick. We just totally derailed your.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.